Yo, today we're gonna cover a combo guide for what we thought was gonna be the last Dragon Ball FighterZ DLC, Android 21 Lab Coat, or Lab Coat 21. We're gonna go over her basics briefly and then give some more advanced optimal tips on how to maximize this character's routings. But let's quickly discuss some of her unique mechanics and nuances before we get started. First of all her mediums are all double hitting, so be careful of that. They also have a meter nerf, so they don't generate as much meter on hits, and this is because her big meter nerf from before, when she was way too much, got reverted to only this. Her lariats are also considered all Ki Blasts, even if they go through Ki Blast on frame 4, EX on frame 1, meaning they can be guard cancel reflected, even the assist. The quarter circle bag version of them are all anti-airs on frame 4, with EX being frame 1, still going through Ki Blast as well, so an insane anti-head reversal. She's most known for her debuff super being Photon Pulse, a quick grab super with some late invul that debuffs their overall damage by 21% on everything, and buffing her own specials and her assist damage by 21%. Both of these don't stag and remain until the end of the game, but this can be really interesting to use after her beam special too, since you know your turn is usually done after that and it has huge blocks. It also deals 20-21 damage on hit. Anyways, her other supers are also interesting because they alternate when tracked. These do more minimum damage at the end of combos when grounded, but you can actually get double supers if you're high enough up in the air, which doesn't get scaled by that double super penalty, so it can actually stack on really good damage. This includes her level 1 into tracking level 3 for huge damage as well. Her alternate level 3 is also interesting because they can happy birthday assist. So if you're comboing them up with the assist in the combo and it's close to killing that assist, then you can go into this level 3 super to maximize the damage on that assisted character the whole animation through, as the other one doesn't keep them in. And her last very unique mechanic are her stomps to be able to OTG, hitting them off the ground. So after knockdowns on any combos, you can add Tutual into super to add on damage, or Tutual assist with Dragon Rush and stuff like that to extend. Or earlier on, even when tagged in, she can do her M or EX version to keep the combo going and extend, which can help for synergistic things like comboing off command grabs that are usually non-comboable, off instant overheads, and more. Or even an easy way to extend shorter combos further. And in terms of synergy too, to all her combos, you can do 214M into a tag into JDR mid-screen or in the corner too, so that helps to keep your team rotating as well. Alright, let's get started mid-screen. I'll start with some easy combos and I'll just showcase the scale starter. So I want to start off how she can get a super dash plus assist mix mid-screen, unlike most characters, by using her 5L. As long as that assist doesn't have a lot of pushback to it, just land 5L for the low. The mix is obviously between land low 5L and late air dash high JL, but there is a gap between it, so you need good pressure to set up super dash plus assist mix. Here's a grounded extension using the 3H as well. Here's an example of her other low with 2L, where you can do assist extensions. You can do 214L to go into the assist, and then 214M to get the second knockdown, or you can do a stomp afterwards into another assist, JDR, adding stomp again if you want to cash out with your supers to just add on extra damage at the end of your combos to extend them. Her more optimal stuff revolve around rejumps, and she actually has the easiest rejump in the game by doing that 2M super dash, air dash, JLJM, and here's an easy extension to add on to that. So after that 2M, you press super dash, and then from there you do your air dash right away into light, and then you press medium, and then when you land right here, you press forward up, dash jumping. Holding the super dash button also helps to get that super jump height, so you can continue into lights, you can continue into light medium light, or light medium. And then the combo continues from there. At least you still have the smash preserved, so you can extend in that way as well. Definitely learn this one first. This lab core rejump is a lot easier than the conventional 5H delay super dash rejumps, so definitely learn this one. And the reason why I recommend it is because you can do it after any combos, even after vanishes or double rejumps that we'll see later on as well. Definitely learn it. Now a bit more optimal is by doing 2M beam delay super dash, and then you go into the rest here. You extend it for around 5.1k damage. And the reason why this one is much harder is that you have to delay your super dash after the beam here. You delay your super dash a bit so that they're falling, and then when you catch them, it has to be at this angle right here, this downward angle. You still input your forward dash light medium right away, no delays on that. Then when you land, dash jump up, and then you continue the combo from there, still having the smash on it as well, which is really nice. You can also save the smash for other stuff later too. Here's another variation where you can add the 3H in, that 3H low. You still have to delay that super dash. This one is a bit harder in my opinion and less damage, so not worth it. Here's a skill starter for that, and you can't do 5M into beam. You can, but the spacing is really weird. 2M into beam leaves you closer, so it makes it a lot easier. And this scaled combo gives you 4.1k. Her best rejump though is after a 5H. 5H into beam. Here you don't delay the super dash, you go into everything else right away, so it's low-key easier, but it does use your smash earlier. It uses a smash earlier, but what's good about this one is that after the beam here, you're actually auto-timed with the super dash, because by the time you get there, because it's full screen away, you're angling downwards. And then you go into your dash jump, holding the super dash macro, so you get the super jump on that 669 input, and then you input L, 4L holding back, so you get 4LL, and then the medium. That way you can go into beam right away without having to use a key blast, which actually lets you extend the combo for more for that 5.3k on it. Here's how the skilled version looks like. You don't need the JL4L thing because you need less normals here, although you do get 100 more damage than the previous non-smash version at 4.2k, and you can add your stomps plus assist to get like 4.5. The non-smash rejumps can also help to build more meter, so you can add in extra key blast, and you can get the smash stomp, so you can add in 214S and another stomp. So this gives you extra meter solo, so that can be helpful depending on your situation. You can also do the stomp into 214M plus assist right away holding that, but I showed that off in the TOD section. And on all of these rejumps, you can do a super jump, dash, JM, delay the last, the third L, and then jump forward, wait a little bit, and then do your JL. And these side switches, if you want to get the corner, and it makes it easier to get your stomp extensions in as well. You can get into the same rejump that we just explained off her command overhead 6H, which is great to overload her pressure with, you know, a bunch of lows on top of that overhead for 3.8k. Now if you get her EX Lair, you can do dash up 5L with the first one, hit the second one 5M, 3H, 5H into the beam rejump thing for pretty good damage out of it as well, and then look saucy. Adding the J2H here at the end to add on extra damage, but it uses half a bar and doesn't really give good output to her damage, so I don't really recommend going into it unless you want a meter dump that we'll see soon. Off a Dragon Rush or 2H, you can go into this simple B&B combo, getting all your extra normals in. Off a DR, you get 3k here. But with assist, you can extend her down heavies using her stomps plus assist. Here's a dash jump into beam version where you can get sliding knockdown still after key blast into 214S, which is a grab. You can continue with Oki with like a moon jump air dash as well. 214S does side switching, so here's a version doing 214L plus the assist. The timing can be really weird depending on your assist to still get 214M sliding knockdown. She has these Stomp Links as well. On bigs, you can do 5M one hit into 3H into the stomp continuing, and you can also delay your normals to land a heavy to 214H on bigger bodies as well. These Stomp Links are very character specific and stuff like that with the timing, so it's not really recommended, and it also eats away at hit syndicate a lot, so you can't get much out of it. But here's a rejump with it. Here's a version that's auto timed on GT by just doing one hit of the 2M and then into the 5M, and then the rest just links from there for some reason. So yeah, it can be really weird with character specific stuff. Another rejump she has is probably one of her hardest one, is a JM JH5L link that actually gives you probably the best solo damage output too. I'm pretty sure it's universal with the timing changing. The trick to this is that right when you land your super dash, you want to delay your medium a little bit. So delay so you're low to the ground. That way you only get a single hit of the medium. Wait slightly before doing your JH. As you can see, the second hit of that medium was starting up. Then you just mash your 5L from there. And every character has different windows, different timings, but it's easier on bigger bodies. And then right when they're about to fall, that 5L connects, and then you can continue the combo into the rest. You could probably add some rejumps as well into it. And the last rejump I got for y'all is this vertical Savoury slicer link. That looks really sick, but it is mega hard. I think this was probably the hardest one, and seems to only work on bigger bodies. Now the link here is after you do everything as normal. On the super dash part, you want to do your air dash, wait a little bit, JL, delaying that, delaying the medium slightly, and then a big delay on 214L, quarter circle back light, basically right when she lands, and then you do that, kind of hoping you get the timing right to get it to hit like this, that it connects where you can get the ground bounce right as you recover to the 5L. And you can extend this combo with a lot more hits, but I got scared, but it's super sick but hard. Now here's an example of that double rejump. After the second one, you need to delay your super dash a lot, and then I found on cooler you don't actually delay the medium, so you just do air dash, delay, JL, JM right away, and then you big delay on that 214L. But I feel like on Cell you did need that delay on the medium, I don't know. Now for other confirms, her 214 are anti-airs, right? You can do the M stomp into the beam to get a super dash extension, getting sliding knockdown with 214S, and then you can do the super jump thing to be a meaty safe jump. You can also do M Stomp into Super Dash re-jump right away, and this one is really easy, but a more optimized version is to do the beam and then delay the Super Dash for the re-jump. So here's a more optimal example where you do the 2-2-M Stomp right away into beam right away, but then you delay that Super Dash. Then you go into the re-jump, adding some Ki Blast in, adding another beam in. Pretty good damage off this solo. You can also do her EX Stomp to Sideswitch with it, and then this is just an easy like corner route, but you can also go into her corner loops that we'll see in the corner section. But this can be nice. And here's a reminder that you can do the L Stomp plus assist to still preserve the smash, but the M version is definitely the wave, especially since you can convert that solo mid-screen as well, so that's really nice. Now what's really cool about the EX 214H is that if you time it right when they're close, you can connect a 5L into it. And then from there you still have a smash, you can do the re-jump afterwards, still getting sliding knockdown with 214S for really good damage. There's an alternate version where you can save the smash, so go into her smashless beam re-jump, where you can use it at the end to get a JDR. Here I use the EX to also get extra corner carry with it too as well. And it's also just a frame 1 anti-air, so it's better. Off 214S you can do all of the same stomp concepts, so you can do 2-2M into the beam re-jumps, but not having sliding knockdown here though. Unless you use assist to get sliding knockdown, and here is an EX version, not really worth it. The M version is actually really good mid-screen surprisingly, but you can add extra normals, you can also re-jump here, but the longer the combo goes, the harder it is to do these Z-tag enders at the end here. And after EX Stomp, like if you land it in pressure and stuff, you can walk up a little bit, delay your 2M to land another medium for extra damage, and you can go into the re-jump concept, extend your combo like so for example. And you can use these same concepts from a Super Dash using the EX one where you can continue, or you can time an air dash to get side switches and stuff like that, but just be careful if it's in decayed. You can optimize her Vanish confirms also with this concept. Instead of just doing the 5M, 2M Super Dash one, try to do the beam one, but just limit your hits at the end so you can get sliding knockdown stuff. Now, close to the corner, you can add her down heavies, her aerial down heavies to extend the bombos. So solo, this can look something like so, doing the re-jump and then J2H before the beam and also before her ender for 5.4k. But you can extend with an assist a lot easier with 2-2M with 5.9k. And 2 bars, that's pretty good. You can do 2-2L if you struggle with that 2-2M timing, kind of delay your assist. 2-2M gives you like 10 extra damage than 2-2L. And here is a skill starter that gives you like 4.4k. Now if you land her EX lyrics and stuff, you can just do a dash up 3H, 5H, and then the beam. If you land the beam really close to the corner, you have to delay your super dash to get the re-jump. If you want more hit confirm stuff, you can do her 2-6M and then confirm afterwards. You can get a re-jump after 5H as well, but doing her special eats away at hit syndicate so you don't get as much out of the combo. Off Super Dash, instead of doing the EX version, you can do the medium version where you can dash up if you have an air action, or higher up in the air you can just continue as normal and then getting a re-jump here for not bad damage, but at least it's meterless. But once you get to the corner, you want to go into her beam loop. So let's quickly cover that. And these, because they involve so many specials, if you get her debuff super, that's buffs up her specials by 20%, you deal 6.4k plus, can get even more damage too. Now it's time for the cone. She actually has a lot of fun routes and combo variety, but we'll just start off with her optimal and break it down a little bit with a couple of supplementary routes and then head into Spark. So with an assist, you get 6.6k, 6.2k here with just this like knockdown, which is pretty good with the corner. Now the key here is that after your 6H, you want to slightly delay your beam. Wait until she starts falling a little bit, but right when she's above the ground, kind of like TK height, oh my god, barely off the ground, you're gonna fire a beam, so that way you land right away and you're able to land that 5M. From here, what you need to practice is be able to hold up and then J2H right away. So hold up J2H to be low to the ground so that you can connect another beam into 5LL. From here you can jump up or super jump up medium, and then you can continue into the rest of the combo. And credit to BigChapAlien, I believe, for optimizing this corner route. Here's how the scaled combo can look like. Same timing, same everything. It's just that you do JMs instead of JLL at the end. And then you get 4.8k solo. Within the 6th extension, you get 5.1k. And if you ever feel like you mess up on your timing, just go into Super Dash right away. You can continue and save it. And here's an example of double assist extensions where you can get 214S even after a Dragon Rush. And you can add another stomp after that as well to just increase her damage a little bit before dumping meter. And just for damage comparisons, if you get her buffed up super because you land so many beams and stuff, you get a lot more damage, right? So you get 6.9k with assist, and solo with a side knockdown 6.5k. Here's another variation. After the Lariat, you can do 5LL, whipping the first one, then jumping up, and then 5L, 5M. Less optimal, but it is a lot easier, and does look pretty cool. And here's an example of her Stomp Links in the corner. These are still character specific and not really that good. This one is auto-timed on like SSJQ for example, but these aren't that good anymore. Off a 6H overhead, if you autopilot to 5H, delay your super dash so you can land a low beam where you loop it with 5L delay L so you can be lower to the ground, and this one gives you 3.9k damage solo. A more optimal route is going to beam right away where 5L is auto time, but then you go into that 6H delay beam link and you can get another loop to go, but it's actually more optimal if you go into this route for 4.2k. And it's a lot easier. All of her corner combos revolve around those loops and links. Here's a super dash confirmed though when you're high up in the sky. But you can always get her M stomps, in which you can do 5LL jump J2 into the beam links as well, continuing from there where you can still get sliding knockdown with 214S. The side switch is helpful if you get her like command grab when you're pressuring in the corner, or if you land the command grab you can also do the EX stomp, side switch from there, or if you land it with your back to the corner you can go into her loop, so just remember that. Here's an example of down heavy adding J2H in it, but with stomps and to assist. If you have enough hit stun left you can do 6H to 14S, the side switch where you can still air dash into a stomp which works on bigger bodies. Some people like to save her horizontal smash for at the end, so you can do 214M and then 22M's the smash version to get the side switch solo without the assist. And this helps for a lot of synergistic things, like base Vegeta can do 214S into the OTG into his level 3, or it can go into Trunks' mid-screen level 3, 4-way. So yeah, that's really interesting if you want to set up things for your teammates. Here's another variation of those smash list rejumps, and people do opt to do these sometimes because it saves your smash for like 22M, where you can do some interesting stuff. Here just showing off how auto combo can extend afterwards too. Now time for some sparking routes. For some practical sparking combos, what you can do is you can do her Ki Blast into an air dash to continue the combo going, and obviously you can cancel her spins together. You can also cancel her stomps together, add beam in, but be careful of sparking timer because this combo doesn't work at level 1 spark. You need level 2 or level 3, and if the combo is too long you can't add the beam ender with the super. If you're already in spark in the corner you can add the J2H to extend off of that, adding beam and then going into her 214 spins, but also the quarter circle forward spins as well to add on extra damage, going into the stomps, adding the beam into the super. On shorter combos you can also do stomps into 214S, but mid-screen you can get these IAD loops in. Basically just do 2M then instant air dash. You can wait a little bit to extend afterwards too, but then you just go into the rest of the bombos like so. These combos are really easy though. Vanishing and still getting extra stomps afterwards as well. Here's a reminder that you can do 6M air dash heavy to continue the combo, and then you can also jump up J2H, double jump up J2H right away to be low to the ground into beam to get those loops going in as well. And here's just a little variation on the special cancels, doing a super dash after the lariat into beam, and then you can still stack on your specials afterwards as well, especially the EX ones. Now time for some TODs. When you're setting up your TODs in the corner, do 5H beam, slightly delay spark so it can whiff, then 5M into 5H. Then you do these instantaneous jump J2H into beam right away so you can link a 5L, 5H, and then you can continue that for huge damage here. Really good spark cancels at the end here as well, so you can still do multiple stomps even after her grab, which adds up to get these solo limit break TODs. Here's a team version I want to show off, and imagine how much more damage she does when she gets her buff 21% state as well. You can also do 214M plus assist right away. You want your input to be assist plus 214M ASAP so you can like get that link to go, because it can be very tight, but that's just a nice way to get your DACs and to get your attack synergy up really good. And if you do more damage with your supers like a level 2 or something, you can be even more meter positive with it, right? No level 3 is needed. And here's an easier version of loops, doing 236L and then 236S. Wait till the lariat finishes and then you get these auto time loops as well. That's kind of interesting, but that eats away at hit stun decay, so it's not as optimal. But here's an alternate ender where you do the grab into beam right away, which I really like because that's really saucy. But she has a lot of sparking cancels to end off the combo as well, because she has a lot of variety to that, which is really sick. Movie. Mid-screen here showcasing how 5H 236M covers a lot of distance, so this gives you a lot of corner carries that you can go into the corner and go into her loops. 236M, 236S is also another way to go into her loops as well, and the stomps are very consistent once you do get to the corner. Just make sure you delay the stomps a little bit so you get your beam again, and then from here you can just level 1, level 3. You can probably make it a bit more optimal, but this is a movie. And here's an easy solo TOD using EX specials. Now something to note is that once you do 214M, you have to wait a little bit before you do 22M because it doesn't restore your specials before. So if you don't delay, then you can't go into beam, you can't do 226S again. You have to wait a little bit, then do 22M, and then when you do 226S, you'll actually get the beam. It's kind of weird how it doesn't restore your special and stuff. But with that being said, hope you enjoyed this video. Let me know your thoughts down below, and I'll see y'all next time. Peace.